The question a lot of people are asking now is that what has changed? What has changed between May 29 that Buhari handed over till now, and what's happened as soon as Buhari came on board? Because we know those who have been agitating for the division of this country, and we know the stand of the so-called northerners. Some people are threatening Tinubu that he should not even go the route of restructuring. There's confusion. The only thing I can say for now is that there's confusion everywhere. So what has now changed that they are calling for the division of this country? Let everybody go his separate ways, because like people always say that these northerners, they love power. Once they get the power, what do they do with the power? I always remember the quote of Buhari, who always say, oh, Obasanjo, $16 billion. That was what we heard that they are going to do. We're going to bring electricity 247. They are going to do, lights and what have you, whichever way you want to define it. Baba Yabo, where is the $16 billion? Where is the light? Nothing. Fashola said the other time that a reasonable government in 6 months would have fixed the electricity that they gave him. He spent 4 years, he couldn't do nothing. He said, no, that was not what he said, though. That people misquoted him and all of that. So the same thing now, the power will be given to the North. What have they achieved? And I laugh at some people when they tell, oh, some people they know how to play politics. If you know how to play the politics and your politics is bringing dividends to the people, to an ordinary man on the street, why not? One needs to really emulate you. They say, oh, you have to play the politics like those people from the other side. Those people from the other side. At the end of the day, it makes no meaning. So those who are even, you should not try those who are even playing the politics the way they are playing it, whether that is what is going to bring good dividends or progress to this country. Anytime they are out of power, that is where the problem comes. They will begin to speak from a different angle. But those who are always constant on there must be division, they want to go a separate way. They have said all manner of things just to threaten them, just to make sure that they back off of their plan to leave the country. It is not working. They say we can stand. Stop eating us. You think that you have all it takes. Why is Nigeria not moving forward? You cannot continue doing the same thing over and over again and you expect different results. Yes, one of the northerners in the north calling for the division of this country, that this country needs to be divided. Hausa Fulani should come back to north, while Igbos and south people should go back to their respective region. With that, peace will reign. But when you talk about it, they call it a treasonable felony. That was what was reigning under Buhari for 8 years. And I've always said this, yeah, they will now begin to tell you the dividends and the good things about our being together. We are this, we are that. But the simple thing that they are supposed to do the normal thing. Do you know, I always say that people go abroad, they go to other countries, especially the developed countries, the Western countries. Not because you have your people who are the aim of affair, because you know at least to a very large extent. Of course, don't get us wrong, there's no place that is so perfect, but let us even appear doing something that is right. Nigeria is getting worse day by day. It is just simple to keep Nigeria as one. Is very simple. Then you begin to ask yourself, why is it that the people, once they get to power, it is a different song that they are going to be singing altogether. Throughout Buhari's regime, they always tell you that those who are calling for the division of this country, they are committing treason. They just want to, because treason is a very big offense, under Nigerian constitution. So they want to push people in that regard, and it is very difficult. That's why you see that they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu. But they don't know how to go about it, because if it is possible for them to take him away out of this world, they would have done it. But they are just looking at everything. Buhari now, he said they should not disturb him, and you committed a lot of blunder. You ought to have left. You ought to have made sure that Nnamdi Kanu leave that place before you left, and you sneaked into London to go and have rest of mind, and you think you and your children will have that peace. You are keeping somebody else there, and meanwhile you have done rubbish, beautiful nonsense. You always call for one Nigeria. You don't want people to divide. You don't want the country to divide. But what can keep Nigeria together? Very simple. When there is justice, when there is equity, and when there is fairness. Believe you me, nobody has time for all these things. You see that even this initial gragra that Tinubu was trying to use to bob Nigerians as soon as he was sworn in. People started like, praising him, but now they are beginning to understand that, hey, it is not all about that. You should not even be rushing, because when you even know the antecedents of some people, when they begin to make promises, you should know that you need to be careful. It is not even Tinubu that will be making that kind of promises or trying to say that he hit the ground running. Till today, you are seeing your suffering has doubled. So you tell me, what is the meaning of all of those bills and all manner of whatever policies that he brought in the first 2 weeks? What are we talking about? What are we talking about then? So you could see that even gullible people started, saying that, I didn't vote for Tinubu, but at least I begin to see what is happening. But now they are making a U-turn, because what they thought is not what is happening now. So Nigerians just need little things. Let me tell you one thing. Even when you go to the UK, you go to the US, you go to all those Western world, all these developed countries, as you call them, you think that the people there, that once you just get there, you get rich. The reason why a lot of people are not complaining, because the basic necessity of life are just there. You don't need to struggle. Then if you want to go for bigger things, then you know that, okay, even the little ones that, things that I can just lay my hands and get myself more comfortable, they are there. So if you want to go for higher things, then you begin to struggle and say, okay, this is it. Even in that, you have fairness, equity, and justice. Not that you don't know somebody that knows somebody before you can get through to some things. It's not because when you get there, the reason why you see that majority of the people want to go to that place, because our own value, our naira, has been devalued to what we cannot even be talking about. You say 1,000 naira for you to get a pound, 800 and something naira for you to get a dollar. They floated everything, and yet Yoruba will say babolo jasi. Babolo jasi. So because when you bring that money, their money from that side, and bring it to Nigeria, it goes swell up like Jebu Gari or Gari Jebu. It goes swell up, and you begin to do some things, and labor is cheap in Nigeria. So it's not as if they are so rich over there. For you to even get 1 pound, for you to get $1, you go do like this. There's no free lunch anywhere. But when you are working for something, and at the end of the day, you see what you are working for. You are paying taxes. You see what you are paying taxes for. At least you cool down. At least their leaders appear to be doing the right thing. Maybe at the corner, but in our own thing, in our own place, the impunity is just the order of the day. And they will still do it. What are you going to do? The next thing, the new phrase now is that go to court. We people use it to make jokes. But that is it. They will tell you, go to court. And so what? Even if you know that they are stealing, if you know that they are doing whatever, you just be holding them like this. They will just, when you be holding them at the elbow, when you hold somebody at elbow, the person will sleep. But when you hold somebody at ankle, but one thing is that they will have made it a law to, to the extent that you cannot even hold. Even if you know, what are you going to do? They will use the power of the government to suppress you. So when we talk about one Nigeria, it's not rocket science. But you begin to ask yourself, people are, just like a way you are thinking, if you begin to think about how was this world created in the first place. At times, you just want to run mad. You say, you know what, I beg God, I don't want to stress myself. Let me just be living the way I'm living, because you'll be wondering, how come? Who created God? How did God this? What happened before God? What was it? You can't even have answers to that. That is the same thing with the Nigerian system. You begin to ask yourself, and these people who are the aim of affair, before they get into that place, they will be speaking the language of the people, the language the people want to hear. But as soon as they get there, it's like something, Reuben Abati, the former aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, was saying that there's evil spirits in Aso Rock. At times they used to say that people always say, but I thought he said there's an evil spirit in Aso Rock. So because we don't even know, once they get there, whether, I don't know who is going to answer that question. It's just so terrible. So now they are calling for the division of Nigeria because of what? Because they are not in power. And those who are calling for the division of the country, it's not as if even if their people are there, they are going to enjoy anything. They will not enjoy anything, but they just want to be there. At least now my person there. That's all. As if that gives them anything. Whether it gives them opportunity to get money in the bank. And it is just the few who are really enjoying the benefits in this country. The rest people are bound to the Philistines. They will tell you that there's no money. But when they want to see, you begin to wonder, are you sure that we have this kind of billions that you hear people stealing here and there? Now, Abdullahi is calling for the division of Nigeria, that everybody should go their own separate way. But somebody now told him that, but your people rejected that idea for a long time. Igbos have even been clamoring for separation since 1966, but you refuse. You refuse. You should talk to your people. We are ready. Talk to your people, Nigerians. Those who are ready are ready. That is it. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.